webinar series Manage Evening for Learning, hosted by National Institute of Agriculture Extension Management. Myself, Dr. Ahalya, working as a Manage Fellow, and it's my pleasure to guide you throughout today's sessions. So, as you know, the theme for the webinar series is Innovative Technologies for Agriculture Extension. So, last 2 days, we had an insightful discussion on gamification and drone technologies in agriculture extension. We're exploring how drone technologies and gamification can enhance knowledge dissemination and farmers' engagement. So today we shift our focus to yet another transformative innovation, that is augmented reality and virtual reality in agriculture extension. And as agriculture extension is constantly evolving and drones are at the forefront of this transformation, these technologies are revolutionizing the farming practices by addressing the key challenges in resource management, crop monitoring, and sustainability. So today we are going to talk about augmented reality and virtual reality in agriculture and how AR and VR are reshaping the agriculture services and their contribution to the farming and resource optimization, but also the broader impact of this AR and VR on agriculture development. So without delay, I would like to introduce speaker for today's session. So to introduce our first speaker, let me call my colleague Inia to introduce our speaker for today's session.
Thank you, ma'am. Is our esteemed speaker, Hetendra Singh Rathore, founder of Segritech, for today's webinar titled Augmented Reality and Virtual Reality in Agriculture Extension. He is an electronic engineer with 7 years of startup experience, worked with 4 successful startups across artificial intelligence, educational technologies, e-commerce, and agritech. As an agritech enthusiast, he is revolutionizing agriculture by leveraging artificial intelligence powered smart machines for quality inspection of fresh produces, addressing critical inefficiencies in agriculture supply chain. We are excited to have him with us to share his innovative insights. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Hetendra Singh Rathore. Welcome, sir. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much for inviting me, and thank you so much for the kind introduction. So we will talk more about the AR and VR mixed reality in today's session. And thank you all for joining the session. I hope my voice and everything is clear, right?
Yes, sir, it is clear.
So we'll start. I will share my screen and we'll start the session. Just give me a moment, please. I'll share my screen.
Yes, sir.
Is it visible?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Great.
Kindly make screen slideshow, sir. Yeah. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
perfect. Sir.
Great. So we are talking about AR and VR technology for agriculture, particularly today. So a lot of applications has been deployed, and in different part of the world, people are using AR, VR for agriculture, such as the uh, different applications like so we can see in this image. This is one application deployed in VR application deployed in cow health management and mood tracking. So this is for cow tracking of the cow health, and as well as changing or controlling the behavior of cow around the day or particular time when we are taking the milk out of the cow. So those kind of applications are pretty much attracting and got attention of the overall audience from the agriculture society or community. Okay, so we will cover today more or less what is AR, what is VR. Okay, agriculture problems, what can we solve through AR and VR, as well as we will also cover the challenges, what challenges are there to implement all these technologies in Indian scenario, in Indian agriculture. and also we will try to see what solutions can be there for implementing those uh, solutions. So we will try to keep it interactive, so do not get bored, or anyone, if there's a breakup, I think someone is saying there's a breakup.
No,
I
sir,
hope
your
this
audio
is
is
better now.
perfect
Is it
actually.
perfect? Okay, maybe there's some internet connection on
Yeah.
your side, Sunil. But yeah, we will try to make it interactive, so wherever you guys feel that you are getting bored, or you are having any doubt, just please raise your hand, and I think Rahalya will share anyone's question, or you can put it on chat also, so we can take a break and take your questions in between also. Great. So what is AR first? So you guys play a lot of games, and also you guys nowadays a lot of applications are there. So there are digital contents. So there are 3D content, 3D images, 3D what you say, different characters, right? So when you see those characters, they are only one side interaction of those content, of that digital content. But if you put your photo, or your input from your camera of any phone, uh, we can integrate that content, digital content, with your whatever image you are taking, or whatever video you are taking from your camera. We can fetch it and we can make something out of it. Like Snapchat is a good example of that. You put a lot of filters, right? So there are different dog ear, or cat eyes. You can put it on your image, and you can uh, see through it, right? You can share those things with your friends. So that is a good example of augmented reality. You can put digital content on the real world images or real world objects, right? And you can blend it, and you can share it with a lot of people. uh, this is for entertainment. I shared, but for, let's say, IKEA has a good application. IKEA, uh, some, I think last year or before, some few years, they shared with this application where click uh, you can click your apartment's photo, and you can put different furniture in that image in the app itself, and you can see in your house what kind of furniture, what color of furniture would shoots best, or what you are liking more, right? And then you can make your decision making, and you can buy that furniture online as well, right? You do not need to go to the store, and you can so those kind of things can be done. A lot of property tech startups are coming in today's time, where they are uh, checking the size of the apartment, and also doing the inspection of the property, and share the reports to the different kind of buyers, different set of buyers, and also working, collecting the data, and making different reports, right? So those kind of things can be done using phone camera, or uh, a special embedded device, which can only take images, or do the blending with digital content, right? So those kind of applications could be there for augmented reality. So you understood, right? So what is augmented reality? This is basically to interact with real world data to digital content, put over digital things, basically, right? Simply, so there is a limited interactivity in this AR technology with the real world and digital world. But we will talk about the VR now, which has more immersive experience when we say to the virtual world. So digital world has a lot of let's say, let's talk about the games, right? So you got a lot of people have played PUBG, right? So uh, when we play PUBG, we have to control it through our controllers, like whatever controls have given by PUBG over the screen. We have to manually by hands we have to do that. But let's suppose if you can do that by moving your head, or like moving your do the motion with your hands, so the devices has motion controllers, motion trackers, right, and depth sensing. So those kind of things can be done in the VR box only. So when you put the VR box, when you move your head, so you are feeling that you are already inside the virtual world, because you are interacting with the virtual world more better, and it seems like a very immersive experience for any person, right? So it feels very real. So nowadays the limitations that we are facing in the virtual world also is the graphics is not very good. I guess a lot of people have attended a lot of events and all in India where a lot of people are showcasing VR boxes. When you try to put on the boxes, VR boxes on your head, and they generally show you some, they give you a tour of some places, and some people are also giving you a roller coaster ride uh, inside the virtual box. So so the right now what we are seeing is the graphics are not as much good as it could be. So the limitation is more on the hardware side, where graphical processing units are very expensive, and when people are making it more affordable, they are not able to deliver the more good graphics, right? So those kind of challenges are there. So but yeah, building on the development of the 3D models and games are nowadays very accessible, and you see a lot of people are building good graphics in different games. But as soon as we will have much of good GPUs for these small devices, there are good GPUs for bigger machines, but for smaller boxes we are having limitations right now. But yeah, it's getting better and better very rapidly. Nvidia is introducing a lot of good GPUs. Let's say recently they have introduced for image processing. The Orin and Xavier are the good options for the edge devices and local image processing. So and more better options are coming every month. Earlier it was like years. So yeah, it is like that fast. So I would say we will cover now the problems that we are facing in agriculture, and in context of AR, VR, or mixed reality, how these problems look like. So you see, the crop health monitoring and lack of real-time data is a big problem for agriculture, because you take samples and you go to some. Generally, it happens like this, right? So you take some sample. Okay, I have not given you guys my background. Right now, currently, I'm running agri-tech company, which is Segritech. Okay, so which is focused on more post-harvest automation. Currently, we have a flagship product called compact and portable sorting machine, which uses AI and machine learning, deep learning models for quality inspection of fresh produce like fruits and vegetables. So now we will move on to the other automation of different things. This is grading and sorting is a very key integral part of post harvest processing. So we work with a lot of people from different crops like oranges, pomegranate, apple, and mango. So currently, we were working with, closely working with orange growers and the people who owns the orchards and people who do trading. So the people who grow oranges and the people like farmer people, they go if they want to do some crop health monitoring, they what they do is they take the leaves and they go to some distributor of input or you know uh, so these pesticide people, some input people, they go to them and they ask, "What is this? You check this and you let us know what kind of pesticide we should put on that." So they give some, whatever best of their knowledge. They give, okay, you can use this box of pesticide and you can, you know, do the spraying on this and you can get the results. But you see, real time crop health monitoring is very integral and important part of the pre-harvest or any farming practices. So if there are some delays in this process, the results could be impacted a lot, right? So real time data collection of crop health is very essential, and that can be done through uh, putting we will cover the solutions. Let's cover the problem part first. So inefficient resource management, like water, fertilizers, pesticides, how much to give, or what quantity should we use, and if there is no resources available, what can we do for that? Those kind of things are the big challenges in agri. And pest and disease identification of the disease itself is a big challenge. As I told you, like they go to some people who have experience in disease identification. If they have some mobile applications, right now also nowadays we have good mobile applications which can do this pest and disease identification online. You can check and you can get it identified. So those can be those are big problems. Like right now, a lot of farmers are doing it manually and in a traditional manner. Limited access to modern farming techniques and training. Like a lot of I've seen KVKs and uh, some training training places where farmers go there and get trained, right? So these basically trainings are done more or less offline manner, right? So if we have better internet connectivity and these technologies like AR VR, we can get more immersive experience around the world. We can get trained anywhere. Like Israeli farmers can give us training on how what farming techniques they use. All those things can be done in a very immersive way. High machinery downtime due to maintenance issues, like so this is also one big problem that like in with it, this happens with our solution as well. So we have a sorting grading machine. If we do not have connectivity, good connectivity with rural places, we face a lot of downtime and delay in fixing the issues, right? Inefficient farm layout and irrigation planning. Like a lot of now progressive farmers I see, they do great planning of their farm layout. They they know how to optimize every inch of the farm, right? But not a lot of farmers can do that. So there are every in every village there are one successful farmer and progressive farmer. Other farmers go and get training from them, and they also sometimes they are busy and they have some other priorities. They cannot train all the farmers, right? And so these kind of things should be accessible to all, so that we can make bigger impact in the agri community at large scale. Uh, Difficulty in connecting with global markets, definitely, this is a big challenge. We are also working on it through Segritech, because, in global market, they have, high standards of quality checking. and also even that is after one stage, but before this connecting to those importers is a big challenge, right? So that is also can be catered through different technologies for connecting and matching the needs of the buyers, right? Challenges in remote monitoring and large scale farms. This is also very, important point I would like to tell people here in India. A lot of 90% are more or less small farmers, medium farmers, but we have 10% of big farmers also. People basically underrate these big farmers, but I would like to say, this is a big number. It's a very big number. If we say in a large populated country like India, if 10%, if we say, then it could be equivalent to America's farmer community itself, right? Those could be challenging thing if large farmers are not catered with good technology, and for them also we have to come up with solutions, and definitely it's a huge market, I would say. So monitoring through cameras, through drones, and doing automated farming at large farms can be done with these technologies like AR, VR smoothly, seamlessly. We'll come to that, how we can do that. Lack of visualization tools for precision agriculture. So you see, everything goes on ideas, like every expert or person in the KVK or any expert of agriculture institute, they generally don't go deeper into it generally, because they have to have the tools as well, right? So if you do not have the tools, you cannot go precise to the exact details of whatever disease it could be, or whatever resources are there, whatever challenges the farmer is facing. We cannot go precisely at exact root cause problem, right? But with these tools, definitely we can do a lot better, and we can go to the root cause at very precise way. Knowledge gap in using advanced agriculture equipments. This comes again into the training part and exposure to machineries. Let's say not a lot of farmers can go and attend, these agriculture exhibitions, maybe in Delhi and big cities, Hyderabad and Mumbai. A lot of agriculture exhibitions happens, but not a lot of farmers can go there, right? So if remote connectivity and remote immersive technologies like VR can be there, they can step into any event across the world, and they can get a lot of exposure from around the world, what is happening, what progressive farmers and successful farmers are implementing in their farms, those kind of things they can do. So AR applications, if I talk about precisely, we can uh, five applications we can think of right now, like real time crop monitoring. So if you put on AR apps on the real life images of crop, leaves, and different produce, right? And also for the soil quality and moisture level, those kind of things can also be done through AR applications, right? Precisely anywhere from from the world, you can track those things and you can manage what is happening in your farm, right? IoT is more or less accessible to everyone right now, and different good startups are coming into IoT. Recently, Geo has also launched their farm monitoring IoT solution. So those kind of things can be integrated with AR apps, and you can do the real time crop monitoring, what kind of disease you are having, or any kind of inspection, right? Which have the uh, integration with camera, right? So precision farming, definitely, visualizing target areas and how much fertilizer or pesticide to put where through drone, right? You can do that through uh, AR applications, mobile applications. Just by mobile phone, you can do that very precisely, right? Other than that, the planning. Okay, so equipment maintenance is one thing. So we can do the repair and maintenance. When I mean, the servicemen from Hyderabad do not need to go to the farm or to the premises of the customer to do the repair and maintenance. They can give them training step by step how to resolve the issue, and they can do it remotely as well. Those kind of things can be done. Weather and market updates, real time weather forecast and market prices, fluctuating market prices, can be managed through AR apps very nicely. If you have the camera installed there in your farm, and also when you are selling the produce, so if you have the uh, camera and data of images in your AR app, you can take better decisions, right? And supply chain tracking is also one very key thing which farmers face challenges in. So like through blockchain, a lot of people are saying they can do traceability and tracking of the those kind of things. But if you have the immersive experience of what kind of quality you are sharing to the buyer, so the buyer can before time can check the quality and take that decision, right? uh, and they can build their trust. Buyer seller trust can be enhanced a lot. uh, Also, like the transportation updates and what is happening in the logistic level, uh, and across handling part of the produce, what is happening where in every stage, we can track better. The other thing is like VR applications. VR applications are very important. One is the virtual training. The virtual training of farmers can be done from anywhere, right? The exposure of machineries, the exposure of different, testing labs, or different, different kind of seeds, or you know, they can go to any nursery from anywhere, sitting in their home. They can go around the world and get the exposure to each and every technique of, post or pre-harvest techniques, right? And as I told you, right, they can attend the events, exhibitions, and they can literally with VR, virtual reality, if get better with time, they can touch and feel everything across the exhibitions and events. Uh, so that kind of transformational things can be done with VR. Farm layout planning, definitely, as I told, right, every inch of farm can be managed or planned. What needs to be, grown in which place. Like in oranges, we have seen recently, a lot of people do not waste their land across, like between plant to plant space, right? So they grow a lot of things. They grow chana or cotton also sometimes, and soybean. They can these kind of small crops they can grow in their farm, like they are not wasting their land, and in small land also they are doing a lot of yield, different kind of crops. Pest and disease simulation also can be done. Simulation means let's say you do not know what kind of nursery or what kind of seed when you are growing, what will happen and how will be the end-to-end cycle of the plant. So that kind of simulation can be done in VR, and you can grow the plant. You can time lapse the thing, and you can uh, see what stages are there in the whole end-to-end plant cycle, and uh, what implementations and what techniques you can use in every stage, right? Those kind of simulations you can do. And in disease also, if there is a disease, if you put different kind of pest, what will happen if you put that kind of pesticides? So what will happen after 2 minutes, after 2 hours? Everything you can monitor and simulate in a virtual world. And if you think that that is working very well, you can do the same for real world as well. Market access, as I told you, like the similar thing. It can showcase the buyers whatever farmers has produced and what quality of produce he has. And remote farm management, as we earlier talked, for large farmers. If we have the cameras, the sensors, and the IoT implemented at the farm level, definitely we can manage the large scale farms also. Challenges right now in implementing those solutions, uh, we very well know we have limited internet connectivity at so many places in rural interior areas in India, and these VR headsets and these kind of technology, they are not affordable as of now, and they are very highly expensive. Recently, uh, different companies are launching uh, their VR glasses, VR headsets, at very high prices, right? So recently, Apple, if you guys know, Apple Vision Pro has been launched in this year, and the price was $3,000 plus, right? So it is definitely not you know accessible to Indian farmers, and that kind of affordability is not there. So we can work on that. Lack of awareness is also not there. We have to run a lot of awareness campaign and educate the farmers around these technologies, so that they at least have the awareness. And if the farmers are willing to take a leap of faith and want to buy these machineries or solutions and these kind of technologies, cutting edge technologies, the people who have money, they can definitely buy it, and they can showcase to other people also, right? How for how good it is working for them. The so we understood, right? So if we have the level of awareness penetration in the rural area, we can at least get some number that okay, these many farmers are at least attracted towards it, and they understand what is the value they can get. Now, the resistance to change, to adapt those technologies is very less in the farming community and the agriculture community particularly. We see in IT world, whatever comes in cutting edge technologies, they beforehand they know what is going to be launched, and even after launching, they are chasing to buy it uh, as early as possible. But it is not like the other agriculture community. Even after launch of some device, they do not know after 4 or 5 years also, right? So if the education is awareness is there, definitely this penetration can be more, and they can change their mindset to adapt these technologies. Limited local data availability, to build the solutions like these, we do not have, let's say for AI applications and these kind of things, uh, not much of data available on internet. we have to go to the farms and we have to reach to the rural people, and then we have to understand what exactly can be made. But for other financial community or for other markets, there are enough of reports available, enough of data available. You can anytime you can build it from home, you can build different solutions and you can share it across the community. But for agriculture it is very different and very hard to make some solutions like this. But definitely, there are solutions as well, offline solutions for limited internet connectivity. Edge devices are there. We can run applications not all time on internet, but on majority of time on offline. Edge devices are there. They are powerful enough to run any kind of processing, right? For image processing as well, they are good enough devices which can do these kind of AR VR things. And with rural internet connectivity, better internet connectivity, definitely, and nothing is better than that. If we can build affordable technology, affordable VR headsets for particularly for farmer community, if someone can come up with some ideas, definitely this could be best for agriculture uh, as a whole. And subsidies from government side is highly required if they want to, if Indian government understands that this kind of ROI can be there, this kind of implementation, technology implementation can be done by these kind of technologies like AR VR. They should go and give the subsidies at large scale. Lack of awareness and education, awareness campaign should be running, and farmer training programs, and the KVKs and the centers who do the training programs, they should get updated with every kind of technology coming into the market. Because any random technology, any new technology coming into the market can deliver good application for agriculture problem. So what problem can be catered by what technology should be very well understandable by these training institutes and awareness campaign programs and government side. So those kind of things is highly required. Resistance to change. If we uh, explain them, this is the ROI, this is the return on investment. If you invest on these devices, this much of return you will get, this much of value you will get out of it. Definitely, people will change and adapt the technology faster. But yeah, gradual change in adoption is also acceptable and required. Limited local data availability, as I told, like we have to have some data warehouses, open source data houses, and government collaborations, which like government should come forward and provide different statistics what they have in their agriculture departments. They should come and share that with the corporate people and the startups and the people who wants to come into agriculture industry and trying to build some solution around it. So yeah, that was it. Thank you so much for listening to me patiently. If this is my contact details, you can capture it and you can take a screenshot of it. And if anyone wants to connect with me, please feel free to connect with me. This is my WhatsApp number as well, and this is my email. That is the LinkedIn also. So thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for wonderful talk on AR and VR in agriculture and how it is can be applied in agriculture, and what are the challenges existing and how we can overcome these challenges. So thank you so much, sir, for wonderful talk. So participants, if you have any questions, you can raise your hands, and also you can keep in chat box. So we will take the questions now. And also, if you want to speak with the sir, we are going to unmute you, so you can talk directly with the speaker also. Sir, a question from my side, like, is there any real life examples where this AR or VR are still applying in agriculture?
Yeah, I mean, in agriculture, it's the kind of startups coming right now. Very less people are there right now, but across the world, there are a lot of available companies which are working on with AR VR, but particularly for AR VR for agriculture. Right now, less companies are there.
Yes, yes. That's yeah, Basu Anand. Yeah, please unmute Basu Anand so that I think he want to ask question. Yeah, Basu Anand, I think you can ask the question.
Good evening, sir. Sir, actually, we have seen that this AR and VR are these technologies are widely used in medical sciences, sir, for regarding the operations and all. So, sir, in our agriculture, like, can we do that for method demonstrations also, like how to prepare? Can we make a small module like thing that how can we prepare Jivamrit, Bijamrit for natural farming processes or not, sir?
Definitely, definitely, it can be really valuable for the whole farming community and the people in agriculture research as well. They need to have the equipments, high-end equipments and very expensive equipments. But if we can do that in a digital world, that can be done in a affordable way. So the research on disease detection and curing the disease on different kind of crop. So those can be done in a simulated way. So this will be very valuable.
Thank you, sir. So Gaurav Divedi, he raised his hand. So you want to ask any question? You can ask now. Gaurav, you are free to ask a question.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, sir. My name is Gaurav. My question: how can implement this method in normal farmer, like a small farmer? Actually, sir, I am a student of the agriculture. My previous course is agriculture, and I am a student of MBA agribusiness. So,
Okay.
how can explore this method in the normal farmer? How can so this material method in the normal farmer, and how can explore in them?
So I've shared different applications. Gaurav, you're Gaurav, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, so I've shared different applications which can be very revolutionary for the agriculture community, like the real-time crop monitoring using the applications. We can have the results of every disease and every pest reaction with the disease. Like we have the leaf of the plant, right?
Yes,
If you have the leaf of the plant, if you upload that picture to the application, you can get results in real time, right?
but
And
sir, major
more
problem in
precise.
village, sir, major problem in village, their farmer not using smartphones.
Yeah, so those are like challenges uh, to implement these kind of technologies. So right now things are getting better, and people are giving subsidies, like the government are giving subsidies, and also farmers are also understanding this can be very valuable for them, and they are changing their mindset and they are adopting technologies. So it's
Actually, sir,
happening very slowly. It's happening.
I sir actually ask one question. Actually, sir, I work before 4 months in one agriculture company, agri input company, and I face many problems in little farmers. They are not educated, and you can show the picture, how can use the many apps, but he did not trust anyone.
Right. So that's why, trusted partners like KVKs and, uh, the people who are already there in the rural areas, like panchayat level meetings can be done. And, there could be awareness campaign to make them educate them about technologies, aware them about the technologies. So that kind of drive should be running from both on the CSR level, government subsidy level. Those kind of things can be done.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Gaurav. Thank you. So there's a question from Meenu. She is asking, how can these technologies help small scale farmers in India as if we think about high cost, like considering the high cost?
So simple apps can be made, you know, uh, for, let's say, as I initially, as I told you, right, for the property tech, people are, for IKEA app also, they take the picture of the apartment and they put different color of sofas and different kind of furniture, and they try to manage what needs to be placed where, right? Like that in your farm, you can do better planning. You can do, the designing and the planning, if done on a digital way first, we can save a lot of money, right? If the planning, if we do real time and something goes bad, the whole investment gets wasted, right? So if we can do that beforehand on in a digital way, we can do better decision making, basically. That is
Yes,
one
yes.
example, but there are a lot of different applications that I shared. Uh, Maybe Rahalya can share this PPT with you guys, and you can take it as
Yes.
a beginner start or a first step to start with, to understand what applications can be worked on, right? Any
Yes,
other
sir.
question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Few more questions are there. Um, yeah, actually, Karnakaran, he asked the same question. I think Karnakaran sir already answered the question. So, yeah, Dhanra Siro is asking, how does user trust affect AR, VR adoption in agriculture?
Sorry, come again, please.
How does user trust affect AR, VR adoption in agriculture?
User trust. Uh, User trust. See, so your question I didn't get clearly, but I'll try to repeat your question, and let me know if it is right. You are trying to ask how we can trust the AR and VR applications, how accurate it is, how user should understand, is it like the results of AR VR applications are accurate or not? Is
Yes,
it
sir.
what you
Yes,
are
sir.
asking, Dhanraj?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dhanraj, I
So
think, yeah.
yeah, can you ask Dhanraj?
Dhanraj, you want to ask question? So I think sir is not clear with your question. So can you ask again? Wait, let me unmute him so that he can ask. Yeah, Dhanraj, you can go ahead.
Yes. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
My question is how the farmer सर फार्मर कैसे टेस्ट कर सकता है सर इस टेक्नोलॉजी को एडॉप्शन करने के लिए, मतलब कि जैसे कि हमने
Right.
उस इस
राइट। सो पहले तो उसको यूज करना पड़ेगा, राइट? जो भी लोग बाकी लोग यूज कर रहे हैं, अगर अभी तो कोई स्टार्टअप ऐसा बहुत ज्यादा नहीं है अभी इस मार्केट में, लेकिन धीरे धीरे स्टार्टअप्स आ रहे हैं और अलग अलग एप्लीकेशंस एग्रीकल्चर के लिए बना रहे हैं. So anyone comes and share with you that okay, this can give you this kind of value,
yes
right? So definitely, initially the solutions provide not up to the mark or that kind of high accuracy results. These technologies are also, taking some time to reach to that level where high accuracy precision results they are giving. But initially, if they get 90%, 95% of accuracy as well, in any application, that's a good choice, right? So it's a value to money, right? So
Yes,
if we
sir.
have to try to use it, we have to see it after using it.
Okay.
So
Thank you, sir.
that's how they will trust. Basically.
Yes,
Thank you, sir.
yes. Thank you, Dhanraj. So Karuna is asking, how can AR and VR technologies enhance the learning experience for farmers in agriculture extension programs?
That's a great question. So as I shared, right, VR gives you immersive experience. If in this a webinar we are interacting to each other, right? That's a one level immersive experience where if if you could not interact to me, that was limited kind of interactivity, right? There is no interactivity basically. If now you can talk to me, that's one kind of you can see me and you can interact, you can talk with me, so one level more interactivity. But if you can move some objects sitting here, if you can move some remotely, if you can move things in a virtual world, it gives you more immersive experience, right? So like a lot of educational app are there for kids where they where they can learn things in a chemistry lab or physics lab, by just wearing that VR headset, right? So they can basically move things. You know the pendulum experiment, right? So they can move things and they can learn better uh, from anywhere, sitting in their house and wearing the headset. So if that kind of immersiveness is there, definitely engagement also is higher and they can learn more. So that kind of thing can be done. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Arna. I think hope you got the answer. So Padnam Nikhil, so you want to ask any question? Let me unmute you. Hope you are available. Yeah, Padnam Nikhil, you can go ahead. So Chaitali is asking, what section of farmers does your company target?
So we target my company basically provides a sorting and grading solution for oval shape, round shape fruits and vegetables like oranges, apple, pomegranate, these kind of fruits. So we are targeting right now oranges, and particularly in oranges we are having the people who are dealing in post harvest, like FPOs directly selling their produce to end buyers, right? And the people who are into selling, they have to do the packaging. They have the responsibility to do the packaging. Before packaging, they have to do the sorting, grading. So those kind of people we are targeting, the traders like Vyapari people and the FPOs and the big farmers who are doing the large scale grading, sorting.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. So Karnati, you want to ask any question? Narsimha Karnati. Yeah. Yeah, you can ask Narsimha Reddy, you can ask the question. You can ask.
Sir, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah. Good evening, sir. Myself, Karnataka Narasimha Reddy. I'm MSc Agri background. So I am here to ask, like, nowadays, those who are interested to see any agriculture post-harvest processing factories, like a ketchup manufacturing or a dairy technology, having different cow products, milk products processing. So with this AR and VR technology, is there any companies doing with the AR and VR like digitally showing the process actually how on a real basis instead of directly going to the factory. Is there any companies doing projects like those, like for awareness to childrens or farmers or anyone?
I'm not sure. I'm unaware about companies who are using AR VR in agriculture, but definitely, if I will get some information on this, I will definitely share. You can reach me out. Offline. You can reach me out, and you have my number and everything, right?
Okay, sir. One more question, in farming also, agriculture farming nowadays, in cities it is very difficult to get children get into on ground farming and experience is there any kind of scope having in India, or in future, or it is anything currently going on to to provide that kind of services to different education schools right now?
No idea. I don't think if there are some institutes or some training programs, very few are there.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
But there has to be lot of that's a very good idea actually, and there has to be lot of training institutes for kids to understand agriculture and learn things in agriculture, and you know do some better in agriculture, bring
Okay,
in some solutions.
okay.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Narasimha. Thank you so much. So, Yogesh is asking, he is running one FPO. Majority of farmers are orange producers. FPO के लिए कोई special application है?
FPO के लिए एप्लीकेशंस हैं, और काफ़ी एप्लीकेशंस हैं, जैसे एंड टू एंड कैसे हैंड होल्ड कैसे कर सकते हैं फार्मर को, एंड टू एंड हैंड होल्ड कर सकते हैं, उसको सहायता कर सकते हैं कि कब किस टाइम पे उसको क्या डालना चाहिए, और उसका अभी जो क्रॉप है वो उसका हेल्थ कैसा है, उसके कुछ सॉल्यूशंस अवेलेबल हैं। और प्री हार्वेस्ट के लिए ये मैं बता रहा हूँ आपको, लेकिन हम लोग पोस्ट हार्वेस्ट में हैं, तो एफपीओस के लिए, ऑरेंजेस के लिए हम लोग ऑटोमेशन कर सकते हैं। सो वो एप्लीकेशंस अवेलेबल हैं, और हम लोग इस पे भी काम कर रहे हैं कि आपको कैसे एफपीओस को कैसे ज़्यादा मार्केट एक्सेसिबिलिटी मिले, ज़्यादा मार्केट विजिबिलिटी मिले। तो हमारी मशीन से अगर कोई सॉर्टिंग ग्रेडिंग आप करते हैं, तो ये डेटा हम लोग बायर्स को भी दिखाते हैं, और वी आर ऑल्सो ट्राइंग टू गेट नेटवर्क ऑफ importers फ्रॉम डिफरेंट कंट्रीज, तो उनको भी हम लोग दिखा सकते हैं। इफ दे लाइक योर प्रोडक्ट, they can definitely buy from you.
Thank you. I'll take one more question. So, Arun Kumar is asking, is it applicable for protected structure farming or open field condition? Is it possible large scale farms in open condition for getting better application?
Is it applicable for protected structure farming? So both ways in a protected structure farming as well as an open field condition. Large scale farms can use these kind of technologies, AR, VR, and they can do the planning, they can do the management, they can do detection, they can do, let's say, I will give you one example. So if in oranges, what these traders do, they go every farm to farm, and FPOs also sometimes buy from different farmers. So they go to farm, and they see every plant and the quality of the oranges on every plant, and they see, if they are satisfied, they buy the farm, otherwise they will move to the other farm to check the quality of the other farm produce. Now if so it's a very tedious task, right? You have to go to farm and you check one by one every plant you check. So if it can be done by cameras, if it can be done by drone, so you can do the same task sitting in your office, and you can watch n number of farms, n number of plants, just by sitting in your sofa, right? And precisely you can see, and you can track the number of oranges which you have seen. You can get the report as well. So we are working on this kind of solution, but yeah, there is some time to launch these kind of solutions.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 8 o'clock, so I need to conclude the session. So that's all about today. So thank you, participants, for all your questions. Since we are also short of time, I cannot take all your questions. So no problem. Still, if you have any questions, you can contact the speaker. Sir already shared his details, his mail ID and WhatsApp number. So you can contact him. So I left 2 more questions, I think. So no problem. You can contact the speakers. So to receive any interesting updates and programs conducted by Manage happening, so stay tuned to our social media handles and do not forget to follow us on social media. Before concluding the session, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to Hetendra sir for excellent talk on AR and VR in agriculture. And also thank you to all participants for your active engagement and thought-provoking questions. And also I would like to thank my director, Dr. Hetendra sir, for organizing this webinar and my team for hosting this successfully. Do not forget to register for tomorrow webinar. See you tomorrow with one more topic. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Yeah, it's nice to have you here.
Previously, also I attended one of the session, and I like to interact with a lot of agri community people and people who are agri enthusiasts and want to do something for farmers for India and for farmers of India. Definitely wish you luck, all the people who are thinking towards it. And thank you so much for today's session. Yeah.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you, sir. Thank you. Thank you all. Bye.